Something smells delicious in here.
Yeah, it does. I'm hungry. Jake, are you eating El Ranchito Taco Shop?
That looks amazing. What did you order?
Tacos.
What?
Guac.
Jake, are you choking? Get out of my way, Michael. He needs the Heimlich.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening again. Jake, you know you're allergic to avocado. One generic allergy medication later. Are you okay?
Yeah. Almost dying is so worth it to have some El Ranchito creamy guac. Thanks, Eric, for trying to save me, even though I wasn't joking.
I know. I just wanted to get you from behind.
Well, I guess this is a good time to tell everybody that if you're ever in the Inland Empire and are craving some great Mexican food, visit El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Seriously, I follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
El Ranchito Taco Shop.
More than just great Mexican food. That's for you, Daddy.
Where are they?
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad you picked up on that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Customer
Hello.
State Podcast, where we talk about everything in the automotive industry. And I'm feeling a little verklempt, hence my little speech impediment I had there.
Sounded a little parched.
So I think we should take care of that, right? Meow. Meow.
Oh my god. There it is.
These don't pop as
They
good
don't.
as the other beverage. That's
But they taste
sparkling.
better.
They
So it's
do
fine.
taste better, according to Eric and many others.
So it's fine. Could you get the citrus squeeze as well? I like it.
You know,
Trade.
you
I
know
got
why
mine.
I think it's a little weird? It even says on the side, rear?
Hi, what about my rear?
Thank you. It says real
Stay away from
fruit
mine.
juice from concentrate. It's frozen orange juice that's like in that.
Oh, I like it. Anyways.
This is kind of how I like my mimosa.
Okay.
Like barely a hint of citrus.
Just give her
It's
a
just
bottle of
garnish.
give her a bottle of champagne with an eyedropper of orange juice in there, and she's happy.
I'm the same way.
It's just to color it. That's all it's for.
I am also Eric Montenegro, heavy line technician for Fear and Murder Company for over 5 years.
Hi, Eric.
Hello.
Hello.
We did, you know what, before we move on to the next introduction, we did forget to wish everybody a happy Groundhog Day last week.
Oh, yeah.
And welcome 6 more weeks of winter.
Yes.
Happy Groundhog's Day.
Yay for America judging their seasons on rodents. Hooray.
I'm kind of here for it, though. I love winter, so
Why are you making
In the
face?
words-
You stole that from me.
in the words of Jon Snow, winter's coming.
Winter is coming.
Technically, it's already here. But anyway, to my left is Aleppo.
Hello, it is I, Alaire Paul.
to a pair of tits near you.
Oh, okay. I have arrived. I am a warranty administrator for both Volkswagen and Mazda, and I've been doing it for about 13 years, and it's wonderful. To my left is Jacob Reikus. He is a man of my heart. And you know what?
Only
We
your
won't
heart?
hear you guys. We won't see you guys before next week, but I want to ask you, will you be my Valentine, listener? Will you? If you don't have one, I will be it.
I'll be your Galentine.
Oh, thank you. I'll be your Galentine.
Jacob.
Happy Valentine's Day, Jake.
She said Valentine's. I knew that was.
He
You did that. I
hates it.
knew
Those are
that
words.
was a fucking.
Wait, sorry, say again? Those are words.
Jakey.
I'm at a loss for words.
Those are words.
Jesus Christ.
Those are words. Those are words.
It's like here and then it's here. Oh my God.
It's all the same place because it's in your headphones.
Hi everybody. I'm Jacques.
Jake. Jake.
Wow. We're just really on one today, aren't we?
So you
Let her have
guys,
it.
let me tell you what happened. Jake wore his work shirt to the podcast, and we do YouTube that you can see at Customer States Podcast on YouTube. And we put a piece of tape over his logo, and I wrote it J-A backwards K-E.
Jake.
Jake.
Which is actually a more correct spelling than he would have actually spelled it in the first place.
I know, I
So,
did him a favor. Jake is just a budding reader and writer, you guys.
It's more correcter.
What's budding?
Rosebud.
No.
Anyways,
Who are you?
I'm a service advisor, assistant service manager ish, and a punching bag. But I'm good.
Pow, 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 pow.
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm happy here.
You're great.
I'm good.
I'm happy here.
This is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine. You're Mike.
Pod Nazi.
Pod daddy.
Pod Nazi.
Pod Shotzi.
Pod father.
Hi, my name is Mike. To my left is Eric, who already introduced, and we're going to start off with...
What the fuck do you do?
Everyone knows what he does.
Nobody cares.
Annoys the shit out of me.
Hi, Jed, that you're just here
Judd?
listening for the first time.
Who the fuck names their kid Judd?
I said Jed.
Who the fuck is
heard-
Jed?
both of them are bad.
Legitimately, someone was Jeb Bush. Okay.
Well, yeah, because it's short for Jebediah.
That's worse.
Okay. Anyways, what are we doing?
Customer states.
Stole her gator.
So we had a and I'm not going to redact things, but I'm going to obviously kind of
Redact
generalize
things.
the subject. But we had a customer that had a recall performed at our dealership, and
That's good.
about
Safety.
3 weeks after the recall was performed, she calls into the dealership furious, saying that we stole something out of the rear of the vehicle and that we probably sold it on Facebook, and she
Okay.
wanted to come down and check the technician's stalls to
Did
see
you tell
if
her
it
to
was
calm
stolen.
down?
Have piece of cheese.
Karen, listen to me. Karen, listen, Karen. So she raises this whole hissy fit, and she ends up coming down to the dealership, and the service manager walks her down to the technician's area, like walks around the entire shop. Like, we don't have this. And for you to assume that my technician would be so desperate as to steal something from your vehicle and then specifically sell it on Facebook Marketplace is absurd. So, and we have like security cameras all around. We looked at the security camera footage. That item was not in the back of your vehicle when you came into the dealership, blah, blah, blah. So we thought, I mean, she was really upset and angry, and like we could do nothing to appease her. She was convinced that there was like, the moon was hollow and that we had stolen this thing
It's
out of the back
not?
of her truck and, sold it on Facebook. So a few days go by, and then all of a sudden I get a phone call from the receptionist saying, hey, I just want to let you know that there's like a few police officers up here. I'm like, oh, like, okay. They're probably from like CHP or whatever, getting their vehicle serviced or whatever. No, remember that customer that was complaining that somebody stole the stuff out of her truck and sold it on Facebook? Well, the officers are in here and they're talking to the service manager, and they're basically laughing at this story and walking out right now because it's very apparent that this lady is absolutely crazy.
What did we steal?
So in some like F-150 pickup trucks and stuff like that, they have like tailgate extenders, I guess you would call it. And they call them like, tailgate extenders or gators or whatever. And she was under the impression that when she brought the vehicle in for a service, that they were in the back of her vehicle, when in fact they were not. And during that service, whatever had to be performed on the vehicle, nobody was in the rear of the vehicle to do any repairs or had to remove those things anyway. So there was no need to like remove them from the vehicle. And through our security camera footage, we were able to see that when she pulled into the dealership, there's no tonneau cover or anything like on that. They weren't in the back of the truck. So like we tried, that's why the police officers left, is because we showed them like they weren't here. We didn't remove these from the vehicle. It's coming in with its timestamps and everything like that.
Are those things where we're
just like fold
tailgate and it's like a gate that folds out? And, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gators. You just like fold it back over
I've
the tailgate.
never
It's
heard
like a
anybody
little-
call
I was going to say I've never heard it called a gator either.
Really?
I like
Saying
it.
that like we all know what he's talking about.
I mean, there's at least 3 people who know what he's talking about.
Well,
Maybe
but not in this room.
2.5.
this is your first pickup
Men?
truck, right?
What does that have to do with anything?
First what?
Didn't your truck have those?
Wait a minute. That's your first truck you've ever owned?
Pickup.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I think that you've owned multiple pickups?
I've had plenty of large SUVs.
Oh.
Your truck didn't have those in it, did it? The little extender things?
The plastic ones?
Yeah, like the fold-out ones. No.
What is the purpose of this?
I have something I was going to sell on Facebook if you want.
When your tailgate's down and you've got like really
Cargo.
long stuff or cargo, you can't really leave it there. Or if you strap it, there's still a chance of something coming loose and flying out. It attaches to the ass end of the bed and it like folds out and it's just a metal like tubular
Barrier.
gate.
It's a barrier.
Like, extends the capacity of the pickup bed.
I know
essentially.
exactly
Alex
what
has
this
one in
is.
his
yeah,
truck.
It's Gator.
It's a Gator, yeah.
It's Gator.
And now you know.
I was under the impression this was something that, okay, that's fine.
Please explain your thought process. Our listeners must know the picture you drew.
Okay, well, I was thinking that like maybe it was something that like went into the tailgate and then like you pull it out to make it longer.
Well, that's how it initially what I thought he was talking about because of how he was describing it at first. I thought he was talking about the step too.
Oh, the step.
no.
Yeah, because there's
the
also,
step down,
and I was thinking, okay, is it something that like that you can use as like a ramp or something? I don't know what I was thinking, you guys.
You were in
I don't do trucks.
You were in the general vicinity.
Okay,
And I award you points for that.
thank you.
You get a silver star.
So anyway,
I?
the
She has
police,
no idea what she's doing, but she's got the right idea.
the
I do that every day in my life.
the delusional lady unfortunately ended up calling the police and saying that we stole stuff from her. The police got called to the dealership, and after they found absolutely nothing, they ended up having a good laugh and left on their way to file the report and send the lady on her way.
They were stoked because then they were right by the sandwich shop and they probably got a sandwich from Pearl afterwards.
I'm sure they did, and it was a delicious sandwich, and I'd love to say thank you.
Her name's Pearl.
Her name is Pearl.
Really?
Yes.
I'm surprised
Nicest
you haven't
lady
picked
you'll
this
ever
up.
meet.
Is she 90?
No.
You're like,
Pearl's an old name.
it is an old. I like the name Pearl. It's also the name of the whale
Do you want a pearl?
daughter.
You want a pearl
from
necklace?
SpongeBob?
SpongeBob's.
I'd love a pearl necklace.
I'm sure you would. Everyone loves a good
She wants a
accessory.
pearl necklace.
You want a pearl necklace?
So I
listening to
have a
that song
fun
today,
story.
actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know that song.
I had it till ZZ Top Morning. It was great.
Oh, that's his. What? I must have heard it. I must have heard it then.
Yeah.
We're gonna listen to it on the break.
Okay.
Okay. So
Speaking of pearl necklaces, talk about this dumpy.
yeah, we gotta
about your
talk
dumpy.
about this dumpy, you guys. So
Ali took a big poop at work.
I didn't. I don't poop. I'm very constipated.
I've been backed up for years.
Good Lord.
So
prunes.
yesterday after work, I got off at about 4:30.
You mean today after work?
Oh, sure, yes. Today after work. No, this goes no because this is
It's a two-parter.
this is a
Sorry,
two-parter.
it's a two-parter.
Okay, this like spilled over into the next day.
Timing is
So
irrelevant.
I'm off work. I get off about a half an hour earlier than Jake. Sometimes we get off together.
I would hope so. That's pretty rude.
I should always get off first. I'm just because then
You take
anyways.
longer.
Anyways. So I'm talking to the cashier, who is a lovely lady. She's about to turn 20 on Saturday. Happy
You call her a
birthday.
lady?
Hi, Manny.
Happy birthday, Manny.
Happy birthday, Manny. And you call her a lady?
I did just now. Like, are you judging? Oh my God, you guys. Eric is judging me. Wow. Something new. Wow. Wow.
Do you guys hear the
Everything you're
crickets?
doing is bad.
Fuck you.
It was a nice try, though.
And so Manny and I are chilling and we're talking about some bullshit thing or whatever. I think we were talking about our nails because I just
Jason
got my nails
Momoa.
done.
Jason Momona.
So all of a sudden, Manny interrupts me and she's like, oh my God, that man has the dumpiest ass I've ever seen. Like, what a fucking dump truck on this guy. Okay. And I look over and it was like,
And it was
damn.
Jake.
It was like, no, it wasn't Jake. And it wasn't me.
Jake has quite a dumpy.
Ooh,
You know?
I love it.
A dumpy is a dumpy,
apparently
you
I got
guys.
a dumpy.
Yeah.
But I turn over and this fucking guy has dumps like a truck. Like, I shit you not.
Wow.
It was like it was perky. It was it was like bordering Kim K dumpy.
And
Okay.
you didn't get a picture of it.
I didn't get a picture, but anyway, so I tell Manny and I are telling Jake, like, Jake, your customer has like an amazing ass, and he's like,
Who are you talking about?
Who are you talking about? I was like, the guy that was just in there with he had like Levi's on and like a mask and like a polo shirt, kind of like what I'm wearing right now, but like more of a masculine cut. And so he cannot figure out who the fuck I'm talking about.
Drew a complete blank.
Fast forward to today, and one of Jake's coworkers, Kyle, is outside, and we're kind of having a chat. And then I was waiting for Jake to be done with his customer, and it's the same customer, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's still in there with her," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And so I go in.
Yeah, then she comes to me.
And she's a very nice lady, has a high voice, but has a shortcut. And okay, hi Koa. Has a shortcut and totally read like a man with a dumpy. And I was so excited. I went and told Manny. I was like, it was a girl
And
the whole time.
And Allie continues to come up to me and she goes, "That's the customer." And I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "That's the one I was talking about, the guy." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "The one from yesterday that I thought was a guy." I'm like, "She's a chick."
I had no idea. She from the front, from the face, the feminine features were there, but with the outfit and there's not a lot of bazingas going on. But anyways, I just appreciation to like Bethany or whatever her name was, because I
feel like Bethany would never have an ass like that.
I remember her name. I just don't feel like it's right to
Stacy.
say.
And just call her Stacy.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Anyways,
It wasn't Stacy, Allie.
it was.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't Stacy?
No.
It was her mom.
It was Sally.
Because
Stacy's mom
going
going
on.
on.
Yay!
Oh, you know what? I was late to that departure. Train went right past me.
The train has left the station.
Mm-hmm.
The brain fairy skipped Allie.
That's a thing in sign language. Like you say, train's gone. It's like when you're like, you missed it. Like inside joke, late to the party, the train's gone. Anyways, fun fact, train.
Do you have to use that a lot?
What?
He was asking Jake.
Train's gone.
I was making a
I
joke
picked up,
about to
yeah.
see. Well,
All
so,
right.
okay.
It was a
Moving forward.
A valiant effort. Jacob, this is you.
It is me. I have to pull up a picture.
A picture. A picture.
That's great for an
I took your
audio.
picture.
Yeah, for
I
an
took
audio
your picture.
medium.
It's for me to read, you dipshits.
You're gonna read a picture?
Yeah.
You know that song's about masturbation.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I'm turning
'cause I'm
Japanese.
turning
I'm turning Japanese.
Yeah, I really think so.
I thought you were talking about Picture by Filter.
Oh,
So-
I don't know that one.
You do.
We're,
do.
We're going to get into, after Allie shuts the hell up, love you, babe.
Michael instigated that one.
Fuck you, Michael. We're going to talk about the 7 deadly sins of America's highways. So this is a picture of each car that is linked to this sin out of one of the 7 deadly. You guys can let me know if you feel this is correct or not. Once I start reading, you'll understand what I
We
mean.
should turn it into a game.
So, the sin is wrath. The vehicle is a Nissan Altima in very shitty condition. The proper response: brace for impact, driver is unpredictable and has no regard for human life, including their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's wrath. For sloth, we have a Toyota Prius.
Oh, yes, for sure. The slowest off the line.
Except that driver will not allow you to pass under any circumstances.
That's right. You
Oh,
try and
this
go
is
around them,
true.
and they're just going to speed up like a fucking prick.
I kind of feel like it's the new, like, Teslas are the new Prius drivers, but not in, like, the slowness, in just the assholiness.
Next, we have Gluttony,
They smell their own farts.
which is a
Put in a
lifted
glass.
Ram 2500 diesel.
What is it? What's the
Gluttony.
sin? Gluttony.
Lifted Ram 2500 diesel.
yeah.
Get out of my way. Speeding up will not end tailgating. Attempt to do so in a manner that emulates eager submission and not reluctant spite. Driver may continue to tailgate despite open pathways if not executed properly.
This is true. Yep.
Moving on to greed, we have a BMW M3. Be prepared for turns made without indicator signals.
Yeah.
Speeds up to 20 miles per hour over the speed limit or get out of the way if possible. Driver will not intentionally collide, but they will not admit fault to police if they accidentally do so.
Check and check.
We have Lust, which is a stance Subaru BRZ.
Oh, God.
Hide the women. If you are a woman, hide the women. If you are a woman, attempt to deflate driver's ego by driving faster than them. This should be possible in most modern vehicles.
Such a pussy magnet.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
exactly.
Next we have Envy, the Honda Civic with loud aftermarket exhaust.
Why is that envy?
Ignore at all costs.
Yeah.
And
Because
finally,
they want people to be envious, but they're not.
we have Pride, which is an SN95 Mustang GT.
SM90.
SN
95.
Sierra November 95.
That's the designation for the
Proper
chassis.
response. Let driver out accelerate you in order to avoid getting hit in an inevitable spin out. It is important to convince them that you have attempted to race them or they may continuously provoke you.
The SN95, otherwise known as the crowd killer.
Oh, yes. Okay,
Why
fair
is
enough.
it called that?
Because every Mustang owner has to peel out of a car meetup and they always spin out and hit people.
Oh, shit.
Or crash into other cars.
Rude.
There's always one of them. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cute.
It is. That's interesting. Where'd you find that?
It just came across on Facebook.
No, do you want to cite a source or?
Facebook?
Facebook.
No, like the person who posted it.
I honestly don't even remember. I also don't care. Thanks, whoever you are. I used it.
Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg.
If you, did you say Mike Zuckerberg?
Mark
Oh,
Zuckerberg.
sorry, just checking.
I heard the same thing.
Well,
It's his brother.
Here, it was posted by the Backlot from Instagram originally.
There you go.
oh, cool.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Backlot.
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 Speaking of backlots,
Do you want to see my backlot?
I do.
I'd like to talk about the front lot for
wide open.
a quick second if we have.
I think
a little
we
bit of
should
time.
talk about the front lot a little bit more.
Here, what?
So you know, a lot of us work at dealerships or places that have what's
No.
called the service drive.
No.
Yes.
And a lot of us have a gated area that separates the, you know, after hours customers from the, like, you know, during shop time and after hours place for the shop, right?
Is this the post that you made
one of no.
pertaining to? The one
no.
where everybody said tow the dumbass?
No,
okay.
no. But again, that happens like almost daily. It's very frustrating.
Remember to follow us on Facebook.
I literally am like so close to like ripping some of these vehicles in the middle of the street, especially when they don't leave keys. Like,
You bastards.
yeah, I'm sorry, the tow company just they have free reign over here. Anyway,
I'm cold.
so our service drive is 3 lanes, and in those 3 lanes with the gate closed, man, this is going to be a great episode. Jake has got his trap shut, quite literally.
Wow.
With my hair clippy.
You don't have hair.
Stop, babe. Oh, there you
That's
go.
what it feels like.
Jake was trying to put my claw clip in his
Your cross.
shawl.
Shire?
Oh my god! In his shaved head.
I want to put my claw clamp in your shire.
Don't even know what that means.
Can I make like a hobbit and go galloping through your shire?
Oh my god.
So anyway, about clearing the service drive.
You want to make like a hobbit and eat my second breakfast?
Do you want to look at my Eye of Sauron?
What
I
about
don't know what to do. There's so much happening around me. I don't know which way to look.
Do you have any sexual
Hobbit jokes.
yeah, Lord of the Rings?
You want to play Gandalf and I'll give you the Great White or whatever the fuck his name is?
You tried.
Yeah, Gandalf.
Or the, what was he? The something white?
Gandalf the White. I don't know. Something I don't know.
What I'm trying to say is you want my...
I picked up what you put.
Thank you. Allie's lost it.
Allie's broken. Fix her.
Tell us about your front lot.
He's
Please.
unused.
Oh my god.
Are we good?
Nope. Never been.
So our service drive is 3 lanes.
Console her.
It's happened again.
I know you.
Stop, Eric. Don't undo my bra. Damn it.
So our service drive is 3 lanes.
Yep.
And in those 3 lanes, you can fit about 3 cars each.
Really?
So if simple
Wait,
math,
what?
Wait, how many lines is your service drive?
Wait, 3
3 lanes.
lanes, and you're saying 3 nose to
fit-
ass in each.
You can fit about 3 cars
Okay.
when you close the gate in the service
Okay,
drive.
I'm with you.
So 9
On
cars.
the inside.
Thank you.
Simple math tells you 9 cars, right? So there is no excuse why there should be any vehicles left in the service drive when I get there at 6 o'clock in the morning. Because even if there's no porters around, which is what their excuse is, you wrote that car up and hung a key tag in it. You can go park it in the lot before you leave. Everyone writes 1 card. They all park 1 car. It should be very simple. That should not be something that has to be left for in the morning. Not to mention the fact that the morning rush, the advisors don't get there until 10 minutes before the gate opens, and the morning rush, they don't have time to print their own service daily logs to check appointments and stuff like that. They're all scrambling first thing in the morning. So they don't have time to. A lot of those cars, they're not even tagged. The repair orders aren't even written. So
Right.
now you have, like this morning, we had 5 cars in the service drive. So 5 minus, 5 from 9 is 4 spots. We had more than
Yes.
4 cars waiting out there at the gate by 7 o'clock in the morning, waiting for spots in the service drive, and there were 5 spots blocked. So now
Quick,
we have.
quick sidebar. Your riders don't show up until 10 minutes before the service drive opens.
Most of the riders don't get there. Well before, within 15 minutes.
Oh, this sounds like contention.
I'm very upset about it. I really wish. I understand that they are there late, but the other important part of that is to get there early. Maybe if they got there early and were able to catch up on stuff beforehand, they wouldn't have to scramble so much during the day to get caught up on stuff. I don't know.
I'm apparently a fantastic service advisor.
You are.
I'm not trying to tell anybody how to do their job. I just know it works for me and in my schedule and what my workload is, and the times that I have available to contact people. I mean, it's a lot different when you're dealing with a customer versus when you're dealing with a vehicle or a piece of shop equipment. The customer's only awake during, you can only call them from like 8 to 5, or 6 in the evening. So you only have a very specific window to do that kind of things. Same thing if you're dealing with, like, Jake's dealing with aftermarket insurance companies and warranty companies and stuff like that. There's a specific window that you have to communicate with those people. So I get it, but I mean, it frustrates me. I'm looking at the service drive and it's, 6:55 in the morning, and I've got 1 advisor, and then I'm still waiting on 3 or 4 other people and the porter to open up the gate. It's like, where is everybody? You cannot show up like 5 to 10 minutes beforehand and open up. Not to mention the fact that, again, the point of the subject was that there's still cars in the service drive. Where are the customers that are waiting outside the gate supposed to go and pull into the service drive? It's very frustrating. There's very simple things that can be done.
Yes. Oh my gosh, there are so many simple things
Rant over.
that could happen in the dealership that we don't want to, so we don't do it, and everybody's life gets harder.
I end up clearing those cars in the morning, the cars that are tagged, or at least move them forward and consolidate them into an area.
Okay, do you guys want to share with the class, because clearly you guys are texting back and forth?
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're really not.
I don't believe you.
You don't
You're
have to.
both giggling like little schoolgirls.
Didn't you just have the giggles?
Yeah, but you guys are giggling simultaneously and looking at your phones.
What phone? Mine's over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mine's down there.
Okay.
Speaking of ha-has,
Oh,
it's joke time with Madame Montenegro.
tis.
It's moi
Try not
ha-has
to
with
ruin it,
Madame
Jacob.
Montenegro.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because
Jesus Christ. I want to go home.
I do not even have a rebuttal to that. I'm very sorry, everybody.
Look, Allie, it's a female chastity belt.
Oh, shit.
Fortunately,
doesn't
nobody
make
can
any
see that,
sense.
Jacob. So No one can see that
Why not?
with all my blurring technology.
Yeah.
And yet you were concerned about a fucking badge.
Badge.
What?
Badge.
We don't need no stinking badges.
What did the mermaid learn in school? Wow.
Apparently she wasn't going because she can't talk for shit.
Apparently not. What did the mermaid learn in school?
What?
Algebra.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, what's the mermaid's favorite shirt?
An algae bra.
Yeah.
But that's not a shirt.
Top.
Wouldn't you just say what's a mermaid's favorite thing to wear?
Sure, I don't know. Algebra. That's the fucking joke. Algebra. Bra.
Wait, oh,
Algebra.
Bless you.
sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even mad.
Did you know that diarrhea is hereditary?
Yeah, runs in your genes.
Sure.
Okay, shout out to everyone who's been watching The Last of Us.
Is that the only two?
No, but we have more for the second half.
Okay.
Well, since you brought it up, we'll say the third one. Do you know? I know you know, so don't just
Fair.
give
Okay,
other people
okay,
the answer.
okay.
Do you know why a scarecrow received an award?
Oh, fuck.
He was outstanding in this field.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Didn't we do that last week?
Yeah, that was last week.
Did
Was
we?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, you came in with that one from
yes.
the internet. Yeah. That's
Yes.
right.
Oh, that's funny. And that
From
that
the
was on-
internet.
The,
And it was also on Last of Us.
Yeah, and then it was on that last
the interweebs.
interwebs.
That,
You know who
that
else
joke
is really funny though?
brought to you by the internet.
Our sponsors.
Yes, they are. Oh my god, we're laughing with you, not at.
Yes, of course. I'm laughing next to Eric.
Indeed.
So I'm not laughing at him. I'm just next to him.
I would like to say thank you to
Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing,
Supplying us with.
Justice Brothers Products.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Travis, and thank you to Nick Lowridge from Matco Tools, playing us with Matco Tools,
And Milwaukee
Jacob.
Thank you to Ray Moon.
from El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Creamy guac and tacos.
Thank you to Bruce Vane for these kick-ass tunes.
And thank you to the VIPs. You know who you are.
All the P's,
You can become one. All they have to do is give us a little bit of money.
just a skosh.
We love your VIP-ness. It's very impressive. Thank you so much for joining.
It's a very nice VIP-ness.
I love your VIP-ness.
Hi, Daddy Vic.
No, you got to do it in your voice,
Hi, Daddy Vic.
Michael.
We'll be right back after the break.
Hi, Mike Serra here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
It's cuffing season.
It's cuffing season, now we're gonna crack our crackables. Everybody get them in your hand and get ready to crack your crackables right fucking now.
Jesus Christ.
Original music, original lyrics by Ali Paul.
Eric's spilled his drink. I'm narrating. It's dripping off of his fingers. He's moving his microphone. Welcome back to Customer States Podcast. It's very, very crazy in here right now. It's on the couch. I'm Allie Paul, and we are back.
Welcome to Customer States Podcast, the only podcast that makes you wet in your pants.
We're go.
That was you screaming the whole time.
Well, but we still went.
Thank
You know?
you.
Oh my gosh.
He's mad at me.
Everywhere.
Just wanted to disperse the towels as effectively as possible.
Everywhere. So, welcome back to Customer States Podcast, Act 2.
Oh, for those of you that don't know what happened, my drink exploded all over me when I was trying to crack it open because Ali said, crack them open now.
It's okay that I already narrated the whole thing.
Did you?
Yeah. You were busy.
You were busy.
You have to listen. Make sure you listen back to this. Here, I have another towel here, my love. Oh, let me get this for you. Let me get it. Is it here? Is it here?
It's right there. No, a little in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, don't go there.
Here,
balls
I'll
a tug,
narrate. Allie's drying off Eric's ass.
Man, nothing is fucked here. Nothing is fucked.
I did that.
Pat, pat, pat.
I don't even know if your butt is wet or if I'm just doing this for fun.
You're just doing it for me.
It's a little bit of column A and column B.
Our next special guest is
both
going.
both A and B.
Our next special guest is going to be Daddy Vic.
Oh.
You hear that, Daddy
Can
Vic? They're
he-
calling you out. You want to come out and hang out with us on a
What's
Thursday
his,
I think he's
what
already
does
out.
he do?
He's a lineman.
Oh, like in football?
He's shocking.
He wishes, because then he'd be a tight
Eric,
end.
What do they...
Ooh.
Wouldn't he
Leave
be
me to it.
Wouldn't he be a wide receiver?
No, he'd be a tight end.
He understands. You don't have to make those motions with your hands.
I
He
picked up
knows
what you're
what you
putting down.
mean.
Come on. Gay innuendo.
Innuendo.
Hey, ding.
Missed that.
You know what I want to know about Mike? I have a question.
What's your question?
What are some things you've seen recently while you've been doing your mobile service?
Are you drinking beer out of a towel that you absorb the beer with?
I
Really
was
does
trying
look-
to suck the liquid off the
I
top
bet
of
you
the...
were.
No need to say more.
We'll leave it at that.
Let the record state that Eric looked like he was consuming a towel,
Look at how you're
but it
treating
was
my
really
hand.
just concealing a beverage can.
God damn
I
it.
can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I'm verklempt.
So
Invalid.
So we've talked about the mobile service that our dealership has rolled out, and I don't want to drone on about that, even though it's really freaking cool.
It's so cool.
Have you seen people's gators?
I saw one on Facebook earlier.
That was funny. Good job.
What's wrong?
So this week will have been 7 mobile service appointments in 1 week, which is pretty good considering you basically have one guy doing mobile service appointments.
Okay. It's a new system, too.
It's a new system. We're figuring it out. And it's not like, it's 3 miles or 5 miles or 8 miles from the dealership. Sometimes we're going 15 miles or more from the dealership. So it's, it's a bit of a drive.
What's
so
the maximum range that you will go?
Right now, I think I had mentioned this before, is that Ford is offering an incentive program that it doesn't cost the customer anything extra to have the mobile service performed. So that also includes like any additional mileage that the dealership would accrue for driving past their recommended mileage, which is typically 8 to 10 miles.
Okay, I'm sorry to digress, but
He said 8
Thank
to
you for
10
digressing.
miles.
no, I understand. I have a follow-up question.
8 to
Yes.
10 miles.
I will hear your question.
Okay, thank you. Michael.
Yes.
Michael. Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
The
Okay.
beautiful woman in the glasses.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so my question is, does Ford compensate you then to make up the difference? Or is that just like customer incentive and you guys are having to eat?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Ford, for every mobile service that gets booked under that sort of pop, lock it, drop it.
Bend and snap works every time.
So for every mobile service that happens, Ford gives us X dollars per repair order to do that service. so we don't have to charge the customer anything extra. And in fact, we make a little bit more money than even if we were charging the customer that. It's literally an incentive to like help the dealership motivate the customers, and the customers now don't have to pay anything. I mean, again, I don't understand, you know, there's a lot of questions that have to be answered. Like, do you live in an HOA? Is the property available for us to, you know, have an area to work on the vehicle? Are you in an apartment complex? I mean, there's a lot of like qualifying questions that you have to answer correctly for us to come out and do that job.
Right.
It's got to be safe for the technician, safe to work on the vehicle, you know, okay with the neighbors, things like that.
Right.
But once all those things are met, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Why come to the dealership, deal with the advisor, deal with the porter trying to take your car in? You got to wait there all day, or you know, wait for 2 hours for the car to get done, or get shuttled back and forth, or whatever. I mean, for just most minor services, the things that we can do with the mobile service, it's fantastic.
Very convenient.
Anyway, I wanted to talk more about, and
I want to know.
so we're doing a lot of mobile services, and it takes up a huge amount of the day. And we are traveling now, which is different for Andrew and I. So we're driving all across our great region to do these services. So I wanted to come up with a, like, maybe once every other week or so, we could do a topic of, like, you know, things you see during a mobile service.
Is
Wow,
this a new segment?
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I swallowed very quickly. Wait,
That's
don't
what Allie
isolate that.
That's what Allie sounds like when she
I
swallows.
swallowed very quickly.
Gulp.
So it could be a new mini segment.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk quickly about a couple things that we have seen in our few mobile service appointments. I did not expect it, but one of our mobile service appointments was literally...
You saw a dog.
How cute was it?
I have seen so many dogs, and
so happy for you.
only some of them I can pet.
Oh.
The other dogs, like
Mean
the owner,
dogs.
no. The owner's like, oh, you know, they're very friendly, but I just want to put them away because it's too hard to like sign paperwork and stuff. Like, you know, I would probably do the same thing with Koa. Anyway, so we were Andrew and I were up on top of a mountain doing a mobile service in our area in a remote location. And the winds happened to be gusting that day.
Yeah.
So we're trying to put down the big, you know, 28 by, 30 tarp or whatever to protect the customer's driveway as we're doing mobile service,
fun.
oil change and stuff like that. And so it takes us about, 30 minutes and 3 or 4 attempts to get the tarp actually secured down. And we have all of the tools out of the mobile truck trying to hold the tarp down.
Yeah.
So we finally get the tarp down, get the car back on the vehicle.
You get the car back on the vehicle?
Okay, I thought I was hearing
No,
shit.
you didn't say that.
The car back on the tarp.
There we go.
I'm sorry. The car back on the tarp and start doing the service. And as it goes to drain the oil, another big gust of wind comes, and I wasn't underneath. I wasn't
Sideways.
there, but Andrew tells me that all of a sudden he's trying to grab the oil pan and hold it sideways to catch the oil that's literally going, laterally across the underside of the vehicle because the gusts are so high.
Don't spit into the wind.
So
Yeah.
we use all the cans of brake clean after the service is done to try and clean the undercarriage of the vehicle, try and clean the tarp, try and clean the driveway. Even though the tarp was there was stuff still on the driveway somehow. Oh no! When we we moved the vehicle to put the tarp away, and as Andrew and I are trying to fold the tarp, another big gust of wind happens, and Andrew and I are not small people.
You both flew away.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you,
flew away.
a little bit
Kiki's delivery
stronger
service.
of a gust, and that thing would have been a parachute and launched us off the side of the mountain.
Wow.
So the other cool thing is because this person's property was up on top of a hill, the driveway is very long and winding. So I looked at it from the street. We're in the mobile service van. I told Andrew, hey, park here on the street. I know it looks like a pain in the ass. Let's walk up the driveway and see if there's any place that's up there that A, we can turn the van around in case there's no place up there to service the vehicle, or B, if there's a place to service the vehicle and a turnaround spot for the van. So we walk up the driveway and, we're prospecting the area. The customer's still in the house. They can't see his big property. And, okay, this area is fine. So I tell Andrew, okay, let's contact the customer. We'll tell them what we're going to do. So we tell the customer comes out, greets us. We say, we're going to do it here, this, that, and the other. And we're going to go walk down and grab the van. So as Andrew and I go walk down and grab the van, a coyote runs across the path in front of us. like we were just there.
Scary dog.
The thing was like 4 feet in front of us. I mean, it's
Scary
just
dog.
one coyote, but it was crazy. And
Yeah, but that's how they get you. They're like, oh, look, I'm just like a cute little coyote.
not
And then all
raptors.
the other coyotes come and eat your face right off
clever
your
girl.
bones.
They're
Cool
not.
story, bro.
They're not hyenas.
So that was one mobile service with a coyote. The mobile the mobile service yesterday was 2 coyotes.
See? They're building.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Mustang side by side.
Not coyotes.
Ford joke.
Coyote 5.0s. But
Why
yeah.
are you 5-0?
Coyote.
Coyote.
So I'm
Coyote.
I'm going to buy a whiteboard and put it in the mobile service van, and it's going to be like a game of like wild things that you see during mobile services.
Does it have to be animals wild?
No.
Like that type of wild things
We
you see?
saw
I saw a bird.
we saw a little
That's not
person
wild.
walking down a very long street that had no areas for like 10 miles to like go to homes. It was-
Customer came out in their underwear. That's pretty wild. We'll put
That's-
that on the board.
where did you see that?
Well, you're going to see it.
Well, I hope so.
I hope. Well, there's a lot of different kinds of people and different kinds of undies.
I saw a lady in a neon pink muumuu walking a duck in a harness once.
That's amazing.
That's a movie.
What?
I said that's a movie.
It is not a movie. I have that photo in my phone.
Let's see it.
That's pretty impressive.
Hey, customers, tell us weird shit you've seen. It doesn't even have to be related to customer states. We want to know what was it.
People
What
watching
was
is
it?
amazing.
What was it?
I love it.
What was it?
And so, I feel really
love
bad
it?
because during the mobile
love
services,
that.
Andrew does a lot of, most of the stuff. Like, there's not a lot for me to do. It's just
You're doing, like,
oil
Caltrans,
change and
basically?
stuff like that. Yeah, I'm watching over and talking to the customer, things like that. And so I have a ton of time to just like stand and look around and like observe things. It's very weird to like have this like downtime. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I can be way more productive at the shop, but for right now I have to be with.
Well,
all the
I
mobile
don't know,
services.
like grade some papers or something while you're a manager.
Grade
Yeah, do
some
some
papers.
reviews.
Well, I might be bringing my my computer into work next week, or into the mobile service van next week to be doing some podcast stuff. But we'll see.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Cast some pods.
mobile podcasting.
Oh, how exciting.
Is it though?
You know what is it?
Speaking of jokes,
Is it? This whole thing was a joke.
Is
That
it?
story was a joke.
Why don't you like the
nothing is
why
fucked
are you
here.
not
Nothing is
interested?
Kidding.
La.
Good job, baby.
So some of the listeners may know. I know you two know, so shut up.
Okay, this is for Michael. Don't leave.
This
Don't
is
leave.
for Michael.
Do you have to pee?
Actually, there's no response necessary.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that it doesn't matter how far you push the envelope? It'd still be stationary. Oh, come on, you guys.
It was funny.
I thought it was good with the because.
That was actually pretty good.
I got that one from a little child on TikTok.
So this is car related.
Is it?
Yeah.
is it?
My cousin texted me this morning.
Vinny?
She lives in Detroit.
Detroit.
That's tracking.
She's from here.
Okay.
But she's in Detroit.
She's in Detroit following her boyfriend's dreams
Oh.
Oh, well, that's good for her boyfriend.
with their 4 children.
That's a lot of children. Well, no judgment,
This
listeners.
keeps getting better.
3, I think it's
Children
three.
are fine.
Christian, Caden,
I like
Casey.
cat children.
3. Oh, this is the K fam.
Oh,
So-
yes.
Kevin, Crystal, Christian with a K, Kaysen, and Caden.
Kardashian.
Right.
We have a K family, we know.
So, Special K?
We do?
Credence, all them.
Clearwater?
Yeah, Credence,
Clearwater.
Kane,
Revival.
and
Revolution.
KKK. I don't remember.
KKK.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I went. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Let the record state.
Allie
I'm-
is not a white supremacist.
I'm Jewish. I don't
are
like
words?
that. Oh
She's
no.
Jewish.
Ish.
So, anyways,
Quick, tell the rest of your story.
the K fam reached out to me this morning It was 6 o'clock our time, which means it was 9 o'clock her time. All I got was photos. So my cousin, Crystal, I sold her my beloved 2006 Lincoln Navigator.
Oh.
I loved my Navi. Oh, that was one of my favorite vehicles.
You did love that.
Yeah, it was a great truck. It's a great truck. I sold it to her because her family was growing very rapidly. And she had a Nissan Altima.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Which we previously talked about.
She's had 2 Nissan Altimas. So we decided to put her in a fucking tank.
Sure.
So
Funk.
I sold her the Navigator for dirt cheap. I lost money on that.
How cheap was it?
$6,000.
Oh geez.
Whoa. You did lose money on that.
Yeah. With 128,000 miles.
What? Well, yeah, still.
For an
Still.
06,
Yeah,
yeah.
still.
Yeah, stupid low. Anyways, so she texted me pictures of the Navi this morning with the side of it wrecked
Oh.
and the wheel pushed forward and a picture of her kid with a bump on his forehead.
Oh, baby.
Jesus, is the kid okay?
Kid's fine. So
Jesus.
I picked up the phone and I called her as soon as I got on the road after I got my Starbucks.
With your hands-free device.
Yes.
Right, with my hands-free device and my Starbucks as I'm shifting gears.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're in the Mazda right now.
What Mazda?
Oh, yeah.
I bought a Maserati.
Go look out the window.
What did you get?
I got a Maserati.
Is that wagon out front?
Yes.
Maserati.
Is that a 3?
Yeah.
It's a 3.
What year?
Hatchie.
4.
04?
No, 14.
04.
14.
Is that that's a 4-cylinder? Is that a turbo motor or no?
It's non-turbo. It's a Ford.
Yeah.
It
That
is
car is a Ford.
It's a Ford.
Bumper to bumper.
Yes.
No cap.
Yep.
No cap.
No cap indeed.
2.3.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to the story. So
NDAs.
I called her. Of course, first thing she says, we're fine. Everyone's okay. Of course, the kids were scared from the impact and whatnot. But they got T-boned by a Fusion. And she sent me a video, and the Fusion
Ford on
is
Ford crime.
fucking wrecked. I
Is the
mean,
Lincoln a Ford?
Yes.
yes.
Oh, I knew that. Just
I
checking.
feel like we've
Just
talked about that before.
testes you.
Testes. So the Fusion was totaled, but the Navi took it like a champ. It wasn't smashed. The door still opens and closed. The wheel was a little shifted, you could tell, so I think it's going to need a control arm. But that's it. Like, there's no caving in. There's no glass shattering. There's a few wrinkles and scratches. That's it.
The
But
windows rolled down still in everything?
yes.
Wow.
But the Fusion is fucking totaled.
Oh, yeah.
So they were,
The Fusion's like lucky to be alive.
Well,
yeah.
it's a full-frame vehicle and a side collision versus a crumple zone uniframe vehicle. Yeah, it's...
so the lady
Those are
in
words.
the lady in the Fusion ran a stop sign and hit them.
Was
so-
it bad conditions? Like, did she slide through?
No, it was dry. It was dry. So
Never
they,
go and try.
the tow truck driver has a friend or his cousin with the body shop,
Of
blah blah
course.
blah,
Love
that can
these stories.
fix it, no problem or whatever. But they couldn't get the truck started after the collision. So don't say a goddamn word, Michael. So so they couldn't get the truck started, which I had just learned. I know. I was, as soon as I heard the words, Mike, I got all excited. I was like, ooh,
I know the answer.
I'm gonna come in to save the day here. So
Do not come.
so she's telling me this on the phone. She's like, yeah, we couldn't get the truck started. Is it going to be really expensive to fix that? I was like, girl, let me help you out. FaceTime me. So she FaceTimes me, and she gives the phone to her husband, and I tell him, go to the back of the car, pop the tailgate. So he pops the tailgate. See that little compartment where the air suspension switch? Yes, okay. See that little red button right next to it? Yeah. Push it. Click. Okay, now go start the car. Fires right up.
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
The older Ford vehicles have what's called a fuel shutoff switch.
Oh, that's cool.
It's an inertia switch that with a hard impact, it pops and it cuts off the power to the fuel pump so that fuel doesn't keep dumping out in a moderate collision, causing a
Good safety
fire.
feature.
And because the impact was hard enough, it popped the inertia switch and cut off the fuel and they couldn't get it started. So...
Do electric cars have something like that? So, like, do you powers the,
the
vehicle?
fuel?
No.
It just burns.
That's not what I mean. Like, so it like de-electrifies the vehicle. So
All modern electric vehicles have multiple safety systems in place for that. If like
Airbags.
shielding is compromised, or if a safety latch isn't put down, it'll disrupt the circuit. That's like a safety feature built into like almost every circuit that has to do with the high voltage systems in the modern cars.
nice to know.
So anyway, she was all excited and happy and grateful and like, what do you think it needs? Anyway, so I gave him my 2 cents. I was like, well, it's probably just a couple suspension components, but why not call your insurance company?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a good start.
And then it went off into a tangent about how the insurance in Detroit is different than it is in California, and you're responsible for your car, and the other parties are like, okay. So I reached a point in the conversation where I just tuned it out. I'm like, you don't have insurance. That's what that means. That's what you're trying to tell me.
How do they not have insurance?
I don't fucking know.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Not my problem.
Not your problem. I was about to say that.
Not my problem.
Yeah, it sounds like a whole lot of not your problem.
I was bummed when they swapped out the air suspension though, because I fucking put new airbags in the back of it, and because the fucking dealership didn't want to try to figure out why it was losing air, and it wasn't from the airbags, they said the vehicle's too old.
The coil swap in.
The vehicle's too old. You should just convert it to standard suspension. I'm like, it's not fucking... there's nothing wrong with the goddamn airbags. Check the check valves, check the valves themselves, check the lines, check the fucking compressor, everything else but the goddamn airbags that they're saying that it most likely is. They're new. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so they ended up paying for someone to swap it over. I'm so disappointed. Now it says check air suspension all the time on the damn dash.
Oh, that's very annoying.
You know what'll fix that? Little piece of black tape.
Hey, there you go. Very cheap. Very cheap.
Extremely cheap.
But it still makes Eric upset.
It does, because I love that truck. Anyways, moving on. Back to your self-audit.
Yeah, so I don't know that we really talked about... How much did we talk about this last week?
I don't believe...
Did we talk about it?
We didn't talk about it at all.
We skipped it. Yeah.
Okay, we never got around to it. So starting... I really did fuck up my shoulder.
Why? Don't do that.
I heard it pop on break. Like, it was a pop.
Is it just sore?
It's like I pulled this, like...
Don't do
whatever
that.
this thing is right here. This piece of meat.
Streptococcus.
Yeah, my streptococcus.
Trapezius.
Yeah, my trapezius. So
Punctuation.
I have not been... Okay.
Whoa,
I
so-
need you to be prepared to knock on wood right now. Okay. I have not been audited in Mazda for a very long time. Okay. Perfect. We're covered for... Thank you.
That's not wood.
So
It is
it's
wood.
like particle board. There's wood
Particle
in it.
wood.
Oh,
Particle
thank you,
board.
Jacob. Yes, that works too.
Right, everybody
Damn
can
it,
stop
why did
knocking
I
on the
miss
collective
that?
woods. Allie.
So I just feel that it's really
With your
important,
hands.
and I wish I could have done this sooner,
It's coming.
but I wanted to do a self audit for Mazda because we have a lot of new faces. We haven't done one in a while. I just
It's
got off of a
coming.
Volkswagen Mazda. It's coming.
Holy shit, it's coming.
So it's a really intensive process.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I'm good.
What?
You have fun with that.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's very, very detailed. It makes, a at most 1 minute claim take who knows how long, depending on the problems surrounding it.
Jesus.
So it's really important to do. But It's taking a bit of a toll on me.
How long is it taking?
Well, so there's spots for 50 claims in the worksheet that I'm working on right now. And I'm trying to pick out like ones that check all the boxes. So like if it's just a recall, it's not really gonna like go towards all of the metrics that we're trying
you're picking these out on purpose. You're not picking them out at random, right?
Well, so the first 20 I did at random. I just like as they came up,
Good.
I did them.
Okay.
So literally every single one I'm touching,
How many are you touching?
I'm touching so
She's
many.
touching them all.
I am actually touching them all, and I'm going through them with a fine-tooth comb. And I am, let's say it this way, positivity. We have a lot of places that have a lot of room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Is this just for the Mazda side?
This is just for the Mazda side.
And you elect to do this once a year on your own?
I have, yes, basically yes.
Who oversees this with you, or are you just are you just looking
I'm
at
gonna
stuff
go
to see?
over it in my monthly meeting with the service manager.
Well, in our old management, we used to do this every year, at least once a year, if not like every 6 months.
It's something that I'd like to do every 6 months to a year, and it will be much more feasible once we're all on the same page, because there just has been like, we have new service writers, we have a new service manager, he's never gone through one of these, so like every single thing that I point out to him makes him very sad. Sorry.
Your advisors, because you're the warranty administrator, your advisors, your service manager, and either your lead technician or shop foreman or whoever is going to be in charge of the boys in the shop and girls in the shop, they need to be involved to see what you and Mazda or Volkswagen are looking for. That's super important. Super important.
This spreadsheet too is like, so it's very fancy. It has like, you collect all the data, and then it makes you pretty bar graphs for where you are in different areas that need help. And some of it is really alarming, so I'm actually not going to work into that. We're going to go into, the individual items and then do that last, because it's a shock. It's a bit of a shock.
Worry about the major stuff that you can fix easily and start getting the procedures in place. And then once you get some general procedures in place, then you can work on the fine tuning of the other stuff.
And what's interesting too is just how things change from year to year, because there are some things that literally have gone under the radar that we're like, where did this come from? So it's definitely an eye opener. It's a little bit of a time suck, but it's a very good jumping off point, and I feel like we'll be ready should the time come.
Is this the first time you've done this?
This is the first time I've done this. Well, no, that's not true.
Yeah, that can't be the first
You
time.
self-audited before?
I have, but I haven't done it since before COVID.
Okay.
And you also have to think we've had 3 managers in the past 3 years.
No, we've had 2. That one doesn't count.
It counts.
What, less than a week? It doesn't count.
It was multiple months.
It was like a month and a half.
No, it was longer than that.
I still don't consider that really counting.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that just seems like a void.
Oh.
Speaking of voids,
What? Oh.
Is there an echo in here?
Voids. Not to interrupt your story, but
I'm done.
but I'm gonna do it anyway.
There is something that I must say for a particular listener that I know will have this. Did you know that at our dealership, that when you get an oil change and a tire rotation, it does not include lug nuts? You know who you are, and that's for you.
I want you to touch on this next week.
I will.
Because we are running out of time.
I don't have a soundbite for this.
That's okay.
I don't know.
Do you still have the Ugga Dugga?
Oh.
It's a post.
I can add it in.
Yes, it needs an Ugga
Okay,
Dugga in
Ugga
there.
Dugga, right now.
Okay.
Oh no, I wanted the real one.
I'll edit that out and put the real one in.
That's funny. Parts debacle before we end.
Oh my.
And we still got minutes.
Do you have time?
Yeah.
We have like seconds.
We have a couple
minutes.
We have a couple of
please.
minutes.
I will
Please,
give.
I'll tell you when we're done.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I will give the Reader's Digest version. I will give the Reader's Digest of the Reader's Digest version. Okay, so
Digestibleception.
as usual, I had a parts debacle several times this week. Actually, I have spent numerous hours in the parts department this week, as opposed to turning wrenches. So that's fun. So I have a F250 in my bay right now that I am replacing the engine on. I ordered parts for this vehicle a month ago, something like that. Okay, and was told parts were here. They got there like within 2 days. Okay. I didn't get to the vehicle until pulling it in until Tuesday. So I pull in the vehicle on Tuesday and I'm starting to rip and tear. I had the advisor go confirm.
Ripping and a tearing.
Yeah, I had the advisor go confirm that
Doom.
we had parts, and she went and parts said yes. I'm like, okay, great. So I'm ripping and tearing, and at one point during the day, I go in there and tell the manager, I need these parts brought to me, please. I'm already taking it apart. Okay, we'll get it out to you, no problem. I'm pulling the engine, and I still don't have any parts. I'm like, okay, this is cool. So the engine's out of the vehicle now. All right, it's an F250. Engine's out, sitting in the bay next door. So I go to the parts department. I get my parts. I get a single box of parts. It's a kit, right?
Good.
I'm replacing the long block, which is the entire engine assembly, cylinder heads, valve covers, all of it, the whole 9 yards.
The good stuff.
Yes. So I grab my kit and I go back to my bay and ask them to please bring the engine now. So I go and I open up the kit, and the first two items I pull out are head gaskets. What? This doesn't look good. That's cool.
That's cool.
I pull out the next bag, and it's the valve cover bolts, grommets, the rubber insulators. I'm like,
What the?
okay. So I dump out the rest of the parts. There's exhaust manifold gaskets. There are those in there.
Well, that's one thing.
Good start.
Yeah. And nothing else.
How?
Oh,
Wait.
valve stem seals. The kit that they ordered me is for rebuilding the heads.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Rebuilding and reinstalling the heads. That's cool. So, and I'm pretty sure the parts manager listens to this, so this is how bitter I am about this.
Wait, I
So-
have a question.
Yes.
So I'm
I
confused because you said you're getting a long block and
yeah,
literally all that was in it is seals. So was it just like a big
Seals for stuff
fucking
that doesn't
box?
need. He doesn't need.
No. The engine and the service kit
Okay,
were ordered
I'm there.
separately.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So I take my kit back to the parts department,
And you shove it up the ass.
giving this back to you. Okay. Where's my rec that I sent in 2 weeks? Oh, the best part of this was I put together a PNA of all the one-time use parts I was going to need, which is not what?
Did you photocopy it and staple it to the RO?
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
So it's not a lot of parts because this engine is really easy. It's a long block. There's, exhaust manifold gaskets, nuts, engine mount bolts, torque converter nuts, boom, done. Okay. Yeah, there's a few more things, but it's not like rebuilding the engine. Mm-hmm. So I go back in the parts and where's my parts rec that I gave to you guys? Oh, well, we don't keep those. I'm like, that's fucking
Why?
cool.
Interesting.
That's fucking cool. So I said, do me a favor. I said, and check and see if there's a long block service kit in here. I highly doubt it. I know they do offer them on some of our engines. There was a SSM about that or a publication about it recently. But this is not one of those common engines. So check for a service kit for me. He pulls up his parts catalog. Yeah, there's one right here. So he pulls up the service kit. I'm like, what's in that kit? Everything you see in the picture. It's an exploded view of the cylinder head.
Yeah, that's not what we're looking for.
I look at the part number and I look at the box I have, and then I look back at him, and I look at the box I have, and then the part number, and I look back at him, and I was like, this is what I have. You're looking up exactly what you've already given me.
So you just confirmed that he ordered the wrong thing.
The long block.
The long one.
The long block. Oh, then no. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my desk now and spend an hour in the workshop manual writing up another P&A so that you can order all of my one-time use parts. I need it now. Okay, well, go put it in real quick. Go put it in real quick. Yeah, real quick. Okay. So I go and I sit my happy ass down at my desk, and I'm proud of myself. Yeah.
You have a desk?
I'm proud of myself for remaining cool, calm, and collected throughout this entire experience.
Yes, you did, baby.
So, excuse me, I sent in this parts rec, send it back to them. We have 80% of the stuff. All right, great. What are we missing? We're missing this, and this. Okay, it'll be here tomorrow. Oh, but your flex plate bolts are on back order with no ETA.
Loctite.
That's cool.
Loctite.
Find them. Oh, did I mention this is a $13,000 customer pay ticket?
Jesus Christ.
And how long has it been in the shop already?
Since November.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I inherited this vehicle, by the way, a month ago.
Jesus.
So next day rolls around. Everything else came in. This is the most frustrating part of this whole thing, okay? So I now have to, every single time I get a bag from the parts department, I have to go through that bag. And I have to check it against my parts rec, which I did not have a copy of the original one because I inherited the vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And I did the original
And they
parts
don't
rec as a
keep them
favor
either.
to the other tech. So, no, I'm trying to get everybody into that habit. You send in a parts rec, you make a copy of it, and you attach it to the fucking RO.
Absolutely.
What did you
This
learn?
gosh damn reason.
Preach.
You need
Thank
to make a copy of it too.
CYA.
I
is
do it
always
every
CYA.
single time. I inherited this vehicle.
Oh, okay.
I do it every time. So, yes, I know. So, I now have to go through the bag of parts every time I receive it from the parts department and check it over what I requested to make sure all of my parts are there. And then I have to separate the parts that I never asked for that aren't even for this vehicle or this job into another pile. And then I have to make a list of the items that are missing from that list. And then I have to go into the computer and see that everything's charged out appropriately. And then I have to make notes on what needs to be changed, removed, etc. And then I have to go present my case to the parts department, doing their job for them in the process, and have them pull the parts that I'm missing, spelling it out as clear as day.
Yeah.
This is literally their job. This is your job description that I am doing.
You need Norm's wife.
I don't mind helping, but this is fucking ridiculous doing it with every single goddamn job. It's stupid.
It's incredibly inefficient.
Why the fuck do I need 16 intake manifold gaskets? Use your fucking head. Come on. You're not that fucking naive.
Well,
Really? Anyways,
With that we say,
hashtag end rant. There was
You know,
more to that goddamn story, but I'm gonna fucking let it rest.
we're gonna follow up next week.
week after.
Yes.
Shout out to our mobile service tech, Miguel. You're a fucking rock star, my friend. I love working with you.
Good job, Miguel.
Shout
out to our mobile service tech, Andrew.
And Mike.
Shout out to Luis, a porter at my dealership. He's a great human. He doesn't listen to this, but he's a badass.
Shout out to Louie and Tanya. Thanks for my boba.
Oh yeah, they brought bobas today. Anyways, shout out to our
fucking
motherfucking sponsors.
Yes.
We want to thank Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore. Did you guys hear how good I pronounced that?
Did Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing, and also Nick Lowridge from Matco Tools, and Norman Glazier, and Dale Follett, and Bruce Vay.
And the VIP-nesses.
And yes, all the VIP-nesses. And thank you so
Yes.
much to our listeners for listening to this. Even if you're not a VIP,
Check us
You're
out at
still
Customer
amazing.
States Podcast.
Yes, all of our social medias.
You can also send us money there through our PayPal at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com.
Mike needs a new therapist. Send us money.
Yeah, well,
We
he
all
needs
need
a therapist.
therapy.
Therapist. Sorry.
Thank you.
Not new, a therapist.
Silent shout for help.
No, you're,
Oh, that was good. I was late.
That we say.
you are enough.
And with that, we say,
Damn it.
kill your local pedophile.
Oh, wait, we did this before, and I don't think we should, like, don't kill people, don't do vigilante shit. That is a Taylor Swift theme song as well.
Hi.
Hi,
We love
it's
you.
me.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Leave it to the masked vigilante.
Zorro.
Batman.
And with that we say,
Really?
where are they, Joker?
That was pretty good. Love you.
Hi, this is Mike Sarah from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then you can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.